Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. My name is Source Supreme. This is Final Fantasy XIV. Welcome back. Today, we are going to be continuing the main story quest of Dawntrail. We've got, I don't know how much left, but yeah, we're just gonna hop right into it. I'm gonna do what I normally do, which is voice over, act every line of dialogue, every dialogue box as it comes up, like I normally do. And if you want to see that stuff and you like what you see, go ahead, give me a follow here. Follow me on Twitter so you can stay notified of when I go live. And check out the YouTube channel, Source Supreme VOD, where I'll post all VODs that I do here on Twitch. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. The Promise of Peace. I think it's time we return to Tuliolal. After scaling Thrall's tallest mountain and battling a legendary beast to the death, even dauntless heroes like you could probably use a rest. In any case, there are preparations to be made before we can visit the next destination laid out in the saga. The respite would be most welcome. I believe I hear the foreign cabins calling our names. Bye, Zummerwar. And go fuller. Go further. Alright, to Tuliolal. Gotta love the music. Music's pretty good. It's nice and adventurous. It's so much fun. Yeah, I love this music. This music's great. Real DK country vibes. What am I doing? There's an Aethernet for this purpose. Bum, 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 bum. Rest well, everyone. We can meet back here later on. I have a small errand to run in the city, so I'll leave you to recover. Will you be heading to the palace, Wuklomat? Wuklomat, did you hear me? Lost in her own little world, it seems. Well, no matter. I'll be back soon enough. Okay. The attendant is standing by to unlock your cabin. Enjoy your stay. Now, this is the first time we actually go to the cabin. Like, it's forcing us to go to the cabin. Wow, this place is beautiful. I want to go here. The water. Oh, that looks so nice. Welcome back, Master Hima. Your cabin is just as you left it, minus a light layer of dust. Heck yeah, that's awesome. Well, this is a cool inn.
You have a moment?
Why are you just there?
There's something I wanted to talk to you about.
Yes.
So,
What is this? Can you spit it out?
It's just too stuffy in here, that's what. We should go outside. Aye, a nice walk in the fresh air. That's what we need.
Sure, that's what we need. Sure. We need that. Didn't even get to enjoy the room. Sorry to drag you away from your nice, comfortable cabin, but I could feel the walls closing in. Oh, I know. I'll take you to one of my favorite places in Tuliolal. That should help me get my thoughts in order. We'll go to the Resplendent Quarter and make our way up from there. Okay. Where are we going, though? You gonna explain that? All the way up there, huh? Okay. Okay. Hello? Click the button. There she is. Peshua, what are you doing up and about? Is your back feeling better? It's much healed now, so don't make a fuss. Besides, I can't be lounging in bed all day when you're out there fighting your hardest to win the throne. You're the claimant of the greatest love for peace. I love this nation of ours, and lending you my support is the least I could do. When I see you smile like that, how can I not be encouraged? No, there's plenty more who believe in your cause. I can recruit a whole battalion of smiling faces if you think it'll help. Yours alone is more than enough. Thank you, Peshua. And thank you, Third Promise. I shall pray for your success in the contest. All those smiling faces. Ah, sorry, Cole. I'm getting distracted. It's just that with the progress we've made in the contest, even these everyday encounters feel that much more special. Do you think we can take our time and maybe wander around a little first? Then we can head to that spot I was thinking of. Remember to drink water. I don't know why today in specific I've felt so dehydrated. I drink like my whole gallon of water that I take to work, and now I'm drinking more. This the spot?
This is much better. I used to come here all the time when I was little. Would look out over the whole city, and whatever worries I had would seem so small. Do you remember what I said at the top of Orkor Zormor? That I would fight to preserve Papa's peaceful Tural?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've been thinking a lot since then. About what peace really means. If it's just the absence of war. And it brought to mind all the best parts of our journey so far.
What just happened?
I realized nothing gives me greater joy than the happiness of others. Life has its ups and downs, but the company of family and friends and the music of their laughter is what makes it worth living. And as silly as it might sound, I've come to believe that those smiling faces are the best measure of peace.
You wish for a world like in the Yokui's dream. That's the sort of thing I would expect you to say. I think I will say this one. You wish for a world like in the Yokui's dream.
With eternal life and no struggle or conflict, it's certainly an ideal worth striving for. Who knows if we could make such a world a reality? But renouncing war and conquest seems like a good place to start. So, this is my plan. When I become Dawn Servant, I'll build on Papa's peace. Our people will live together in happiness. It's just like Kryl said. By taking the time to hear their concerns, understand their feelings, and consider how best to serve, with each passing day, I'll be that much closer to becoming the leader I want to be.
Hear, feel, think.
It's hard for me to say how much I've changed since the contest began. But there's one thing I can say with confidence. I wouldn't have come this far without you as allies. If it wasn't for you all listening and feeling and thinking along with me, I would have never learned so much, and in so short a time. There are 2 keystones left. After everything that's happened, and imagining what could happen, are you still willing to walk this path with me?
Huh? You're...
Thank the gods for that. Well, I've nothing else to get off my chest. I need to head to the palace, but I'll see you back at the cabins.
You know... Damn. That's kind of... You comfy there? The blanket's right there. You got the futon right there. It's the middle of the night. Why are you getting up? Oh no, it's raining. Look at outside. Look at how beautiful it is outside. Wow, it's so pretty. Let's get to it, I guess. I want to make comments on the story. I want to make comments on Wick Lamont. I want to make comments on my character, the Scions. But there's so little. And I just have to let it be. It's the start of a new saga in what was otherwise a single saga game. These themes might seem basic and boring now, but you go back and you look at ARR, and it's just as bad. So, I'll let Yoshi P cook. I'll let the story cook. I'll let Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail cook. And it'll probably need to cook for the next couple years, but I'll let it cook. Sometimes the things that cook the longest turn out the best. Like a good slow roasted rib. Or brisket. Or meatballs. You can't slow roast meatballs too much, because then they'll fall apart. Yeah, anyways. You look to be in good spirits. I assume your leisure time was well spent. I was glad to snatch some quality sleep myself. After all, it will soon be back to the road for us. Dark mahogany weapon. Interesting. Okay. I'm sure the others will be along shortly. I do hope everyone has rested well. Well, we're all here. Now that we have refreshed ourselves somewhat, let us consider all claimants as they currently stand. Zeralja and Koana have completed every feat thus far, and hold 5 keystones apiece. Wukulmat would be equal with them, but for Bakul Jaja's thievery, which has left us 1 short. Diving braggart didn't so much as lift a finger for the feat of proof, and wreaked havoc for the feat of ice. He can't have more than 3 keystones at most. He may think he can simply steal what he needs to win, but he's surely mistaken. I'll be taking back what's mine. This I swear. I fear that reclaiming your keystone may not be enough. That is, if Bakul Jaja's unleashing of Valley Armanda is any indication. Using his lead, I anticipate that he will move to obtain the remaining keystones before disrupting his rival's attempts. We may find all ourselves being forced to take from one another. I can't say I'd be comfortable with that. But neither will I surrender my claim to the throne so easily. If it's for the sake of preserving the happiness of my people, I'll do what I must. The last 2 keystones we require of those of the Lay of Repast and the Lay of Brotherhood. The former depicts the cessation of hostilities between the Mamulja and XIBRUQ in the forest of Yaktel, specifically near a village called XIBRUQ. That's where I was born, if you recall. I haven't been back there since Papa took me in when I was a baby. Where the Lay of the Brotherhood takes place, however, is unclear. In the saga, it's said that a foreign explorer came seeking an audience with the Dawn Servant, but little more than that. Eorzea has a similar tale. The explorer, Kitten Ram, befriended a 2-headed king known as the Autarch, before commencing his travels across Toral. He journeyed here several times afterwards, but was ultimately lost at sea. At least that's the commonly held belief. Your 2-headed king certainly sounds like Papa, so this Ketenram fellow must have come to Tuliolal. But if he indeed arrived some 80 years ago, the capital may not have been built yet. Vestiges of Yokui architecture notwithstanding. Wait, you said Autarch, didn't you? Then Ketenram must have met the Dawn Servant in Mamuk. Mamuk? Is that a city? One of the grandest in Toral. Once upon a lifetime, and the seat of the Mamulja's homeland. It too lies in Yaktel, not far from XIBRUQ. Then all things considered, Yoctel seems the obvious choice for our next destination. From here, the safest method of travel is by dirigible. We shall make for the landing once our preparations are complete. We're riding in one of Koana's balloons? They can't be any worse than ships, can they? Ahaha. The dirigible landing. The next flight to Yoctel will be leaving shortly. Passengers are asked to keep hands, legs, and luggage inside the dirigible at all times. Okay. Are we sure that this thing will stay in the air all the way to Yoctel? Are you ready? Bags packed and goodbye said? There's no going back once we lift off. No, not that I'm nervous or anything. I'm just making sure that you're not nervous. Oh, who am I kidding? My knees won't stop shaking. Hey, will you hold my hand? Just until I've settled my nerves? Sure. Of course. You're the nicest person I've ever met, Cole. I'll try not to crush your hand. There she is. The third promise. Wait just a moment. That's Mablu. Mablu and Tobli. Of course, of course. I'll wait as long as you need. Sorry to delay you, but we were unable to discover the origin of Cryo's hearing. Oh? Is that so? You said before that it gained popularity in Yoctara as a protective ward for travelers, correct? That's right. We tracked down the elderly merchant to whom first sales are attributed. According to him, the design imitates an accessory worn by a foreign mage he met at a market some 20 years ago. Little did he know that charming taste of salt would prove to be a commercial triumph. A foreign mage wearing this earring could only be grandfather. Did the merchant happen to mention which market? One in Yoctel, to where it seems you're already bound. What luck! Then I shall seek my next clue once we arrive. Is it mere coincidence that brought my grandfather there? Or yet another discovery to look forward to. Thank you both for coming all this way. Anything for the third promise. Good luck with the rest of the rite. Thanks. I won't let you down. I've just got to board this dirigible and I'm as good as there. Last call for passengers to Yoctel. I like the Pelu Pelu. They're cool. Pretty chill. I really hope she wins. Yoctel will test her mettle, without a doubt. The next Dawn servant must be willing to bear the full weight of this nation's history, no matter how heavy it may be. Ooh, that's ominous. New zone. Whoa.
The fierce Xibral hunters who laid claim to this land call it the Azure Forest.
This is cool.
Yaktel. Battered by meteors in ancient times and colored mesmerizing shades of blue and green by nature, it is easy to understand why the place is so named.
That place looks cool.
It is here where the Xibral and Mamulja once battled for dominance, that the right of succession would reach its climax.
Oh. Yaktarao. Yaktel.
Are you all right?
I've never been good with heights.
The vegetation is far denser than in Kozamautka.
Huh? Kozamautka?
I suggest you pay more attention to the ground, unless you want to walk straight into a cenote.
A cenote?
Sinkholes filled with rain and groundwater. Many meteors fell here long ago, it is said, and after they struck the earth, it became susceptible to erosion. Deep as some of the pits are, you'll not climb out in a hurry should you take a tumble. So, don't take a tumble.
Looks at everybody looking
It
at
was
her.
one time.
Is the Xibral community depicted in the Lay of Repast close by?
Aye. We need but follow the path a short way west.
Okay.
Right. I can't stand here with my knees knocking forever. Let's get going.
And it's raining. Why did I bring that up? I don't know. This is what I wanted to bring up. Big map. Let's see, we've got these now. That's pretty close. With thicker vegetation comes reduced visibility. I advise you to keep someone in sight at all times. And they're all gonna disappear. Yup, okay. Isn't that ironic? Isn't that so fun that they just decide, yeah, keep people in sight and then literally dissolve into mist? Isn't that so fun? This is cool. I already like this place. It seems like it's gonna be a pain to navigate, but it's very pretty. I almost went right past it. First Aether Current, get. And, yep, it's the same as all the other ones. So it's gonna be a while. A necrosis. Where's the next one? The north. Okay. Good. Everyone's accounted for. XIBRUQ is up ahead. Let's be on our way. Okay. What? are we looking at? Aronville was not exaggerating about the cenotes. It'd be a grueling ordeal to climb out of one. Well, thankfully we've made it here without incident. Let's not dally any longer. New weapon. New weapon get. I'll take it. Dark Mahogany Spear. And it's gonna replace my current one. Yippee. I didn't like the look of the Zormor one anyways. I thought it looked bad. Chest piece. Ready to head on in? Our first task should be finding the Elector. Hopefully our relative tardiness will not reflect poorly upon us. The third promise in her retinue, I presume. You presume right. I seek the Dawn Servant's Elector. Then come and join us at the Garden of the Stars, the village center. Everyone is waiting for you. Everyone? And who might that be? There is but one way to find out. Come, let us follow him. Okay. I want to get the 8th right, though. Are you going to let me get the 8th right? No. No, I'm not. Okay. Oh, the other ones are here.
At last, we are graced by the presence of the third promise.
Like, what'd you say about
I've
that?
known we'd be waiting on your mangy hide. I wouldn't have bothered with a Ligarmanda in the first place.
You self-serving piece of weaver dung! Do you have any idea how many could have been hurt?
Now that we are assembled, let us begin. My name is Hunmuruk. As XIBRUQ, I have the honor of serving as Elector on behalf of my people. As all 4 claimants must be present for this feat, we have eagerly awaited your arrival.
Okay.
Third promise. If you would please join us.
Watch, that's gonna be her biological father. Oh, hey, Thancred, around Jane.
Thus far, you have faced each other as rivals. The feat of repast, however, will test your cooperation. You must complete this challenge in teams of 2.
Okay. It's definitely not going to be
What?
the easiest pair, is it?
You expect us to work with one of these weaklings?
The easiest pair would just be Wuklamat Koana. Then it's real easy, and it can't be that. If it's that, it would be so easy.
Be warned. Only the triumphant team
Oh,
will receive keystones. I advise you to cooperate with your partner.
wow, so you could just not get one here. This is the first time you could not get
Teams
one.
will be decided by lots. Those who draw the same color will be paired accordingly.
Yep, there you go. We're gonna get paired with Probably Bakul Jaja, because why wouldn't we be? He's been our antagonist, or bane of our existence, and now we're gonna have to work
12
together.
forbid wu Klamat is paired with Bakul
Yeah,
Jaja.
you just said it.
After all he's put her through, I wouldn't blame her if she did something rash. I might even help.
You're not helping. Then you're not helping if you're helping. Come on. Yeah, it's gonna happen though. That's definitely what's gonna happen.
Claimants, please present your colors. I have red. Blue.
Oh.
On separate teams, then.
Then we're not with
And the
him.
rest?
Who are we gonna be with?
Red.
Oh,
Which means
Fauna. Really?
Together again, as fate would have it.
Really? Really?
victory's as good as ours.
They did the double. I thought they wouldn't do it because it would be too obvious. So I went for the other obvious that wouldn't be obvious. The quote-unquote wouldn't be obvious, but cool Jaja. And instead, now we're back to just the full Scion team.
With our claimants thus paired, so too is their opposition.
Not the one-head.
Oh boy.
Listen well, for the trial that awaits you is as follows. Each team is to prepare a sample of traditional XIBRUQ cuisine. XIBRUQ PIBIL.
Okay. We gotta make food.
And now we must cook. Another ludicrous feat.
So it might seem, but there's bound to be deeper meaning to it.
Agreed. Given that the very future of our nation is at stake, all parts of this rite must have significance.
Indeed.
Our promises have grown rather promising, wouldn't you say?
Indeed. If I were to guess at the significance of the feat, few things reflect the history and development of a culture so clearly as its culinary traditions.
True. Very true.
The variety of stewed dishes in Garlean cuisine bespeaks their agricultural roots and cold climes, true.
Mm-hmm.
The peoples we've met on our journey, they've all had different practices involving food and drink. The Hanu replenish their magical energies with reeds, while the Pelu have turned their fondness of beverages into a living.
True. With the mezcal.
So basically, to know a people's cuisine is to know something of their ways.
With each feat, we have deepened our familiarity with a given community's history and culture. Is this what Father intended for us all along?
Come on, don't tell me you, the scholar, just figured that out.
But a leader with his vision must see that the past doesn't hold the answers we need. It is through embracing innovation, not adhering to tradition, that we will usher Tuli Yolal onto a more prosperous future.
And that's why we're reminded you're not the one we're vying for.
The rules are simple. The first team to prepare and partake of satisfactory XIBRUQ PIBIL will be deemed victorious. You will be judged by your sample's taste and appearance, as well as your adherence to appropriate cooking techniques.
We're playing Cooking Mama up in here. Let's go.
Kitchens have been made available for your use. Note that you may be asked to retry should your dish fail to pass muster. Let the feat of repast begin.
Chefs, to your stations. What are they cooking?
I've never actually heard of XIBRUQ PIBIL before.
XIBRUQ
What's it
PIBIL.
like, I wonder?
XIBRUQ, PIBIL. I feel like I've heard of PIBIL, but don't think I've heard of XIBRUQ, PIBIL. I don't know if that's just a word they're adding to the beginning of PIBIL, or if that's an actual full term. I don't know, but I feel like I've heard of PIBIL before. Unfortunate that this feat's unique stipulations have frustrated Bakul Jaja's attempts to delay us. Serves him right. That's what he gets for endangering my people with his schemes. Why doesn't he just compete fairly? He's plenty strong, and obviously has a mind for strategy, twisted though it may be. I'll never understand him. Putting aside our competition for the moment, allow me to express how glad I am for this opportunity to work together. See, as I see it, our team possesses a distinct advantage. Of course we do. Any team I'm on is bound to succeed. Precisely. You mean we have an advantage in numbers, yes? Our competition has a team of 6, with the 2 claimants, Sarayolja and Bakul Jaja's lackeys. Whereas we are a team of 9. That's 3 more people we can mobilize. With the task suitably delegated, it should be a brisk affair to learn of the recipe and assemble necessary ingredients. Too easy! Well, we mustn't be overconfident, lest we make a careless mistake that could have easily been avoided. Our first order of business should be determining the recipe for XIBRUQ, PIBIL. We can hardly gather ingredients for a dish we know nothing about. Given the nature of this feat, asking for answers directly may prove less effective than simply observing the daily habits of the XIBRUQ people. Now let's gather here once we have seen what the clues this village has to offer. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. We making food. Colorful spices, eh? Why am I touching them? A number of spices, some entirely unfamiliar to you, are nestled in a basket. That one's called achiote. We mostly use it to add a bit of color to our most popular cuisine, but its medicinal benefits are significant as well. She had to hold her tongue. She was like, wait, I can't tell them what we use it for. No, what do we call it? Ah, our most popular cuisine, yes. The recipe for XIBRUQ PIBIL. I wish I could tell you, friend. A dish so delicious is meant to be shared. Alas, we are forbidden from divulging anything. Orders from the Hunmu Rook himself. But your mentioning of it has given me a fierce craving. I only hope there's still a brook to be had at market. Wink. What? Why are they like this? We can't tell nobody. Hey, why don't you go over to the market and buy some of that thing? Huh? It might be handy. The Hubio guard. We gotta cut our losses and head to Mamuk. This feat is nothing but a fool's errand. You're the fool if you think he won't tan our hides for leather if we dare to return with enough keystones. Besides, we've taken from the house cat before. How difficult could a second time be? What are you looking at, salt liquor? Mind your own business. Sure. bright banana peel. And they're cooking stuff. Oh, it's like a pit food. Yum. An unusually colored banana peel has been neatly arranged on the ground, which appears to be smoking. Oh no! It appears I've gone and dropped my Jatika banana peel. I could barely see it with all the steam issuing from my underground oven. Ah, there's nothing like enjoying a tasty banana while you use the leaves in your cooking. Is this a... Is this a joke? It's like they were told, no, we cannot tell them anything. But tell them in cryptic words that aren't very cryptic. Oh, cool. This is a funny little town. This is a funny town. Like they want to be so nice and share, but they were told not to. It's pretty realistic. Sorry, I'm back. What did we discover about XIBRUQ PIBIL? True to your prediction, the villagers were forbidden from educating us, directly. However, many were still preparing it as one might a staple dish. An observation of their techniques yielded clues enough. A lady blending local herbs and spices was only too happy to describe the ones I didn't recognize, while neither confirming nor denying any relation to XIBRUQ PIBIL. But one in particular she attributed to a common XIBRUQ dishes. Achiote, she called it. I see. Then if XIBRUQ PIBIL is indeed a dish as ubiquitous as Alphino claims, we have confirmed our first ingredient. Meanwhile, I did observe a cook bearing bundles wrapped in the leaf of najul or banana in certain localities. It would seem the use of subterranean ovens is a commonplace. I saw the same. I think we all know what's inside those bundles then, don't you? The meat. XIBRUQ, without a doubt. A sizzling slab of beef. No. XIBRUQ, without a doubt. As would be expected of a dish called XIBRUQ PIBIL, indeed. So, to summarize, the dish is one of XIBRUQ, flavored with a combination of spices that include achiote, and steamed underground with najul, or banana leaves. Given our assumptions are correct, we must now learn where and how to procure our ingredients. As a staple cuisine, its ingredients would be close at hand. Which is why Thancred and I scouted the surrounding forest while you were all exploring the village. Between the local vegetation and wild XIBRUQ, we should have everything we need in regards to meat and spices. Leave it to a master gleaner. With that, we should next divvy up our tasks. While some gather ingredients, others should make ready the kitchen. I can help prepare the kitchen. Permit me to assist as well. Our ovens will doubtless require firewood, and I have some experience in its gathering. Yes, Alphino, it is the one survival thing that every expansion will bring up. And nobody looks at you funny for it. I too should be glad to volunteer mine aid. Then the rest of us will gather ingredients. I can make quick work of the spices and herbs myself. I am happy to lead someone to suitable XIBRUQ, if they were to perform the requisite deed. Alize? Okay. As for the najul leaves, I believe I am capable of acquiring that much on my own. You won't find najul in these parts. They only grow in the Jatika Hutland. Forest far below these. Such an excursion may be time-consuming. Perhaps we have to try bartering first. This feat encourages our communication with the locals, after all. Namachi, go. You'll accompany me on my errand. Okay. No better way to whet my appetite. Good. Let us be about our task then. Cool. Let's go barter for some banana leaves. I'm down. Come on, let's go and get those Najul leaves. The sooner we do, the sooner we can eat. That's true. Bum 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 bum. Oh. Interesting. Seems like we've got a green theme going on this expansion. Not that I mind, I like the color green. In fact, if you were paying attention to the outfit I created to start this expansion, it was green. I'm down. I'm down for this. It looks pretty nice. And we get the legs next. Let us see if there are Najul leaves to be had in town. Perhaps the cook Ranger mentioned might be persuaded to spare us a few. Okay. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. The guy was back here, right? Yeah. Oh, hello again. Did you need something? Najul leaves. For purposes other than XIBRUQ, PIBIL? Naturally. Unfortunately, I've just used up my last. You'll have to travel to the lower forest for more. Komajik Grove is the source of the finest Najul leaves you'll find. Wild variants you sometimes see in city markets can't compare. I see. I had hoped to avoid such a lengthy venture. But if there's no other way to obtain our ingredients, then to Jatika Heartland we shall go. Allow me to save you the trip. Traveling there requires you to go through the Tillenbeck Traverse, but it was caved in due to the recent storm, I suspect. What? But that means we can't get our Najul leaves. But we can, can't we? There's no other way of procuring them. You would not have suspended this. You would have suspended this feat, or else altered its objective. Perhaps. Anyway, I apologize for the interruption, but having overheard your conversation, I felt compelled to chime in. That's very kind of you. Any last-minute advice you'd be willing to share? Only to undertake the feat of repast with an empty stomach. You may find XIBRUQ PIBIL to be a delicious but daunting dish to finish. I can't wait. Still, I suppose there are no leaves here, and we can't travel for more. How are we supposed to gather all our ingredients? These feats are meant to deepen our understanding of the peoples and the cultures of Tuliolal. So perhaps there is something about XIBRUQ PIBIL that we have yet to learn. Something of significance other than its recipe or ingredients. Its procurement. Oh, I see. Like who was the first to make it? Its history. That sort of thing. Ahem. If it's Yocto history you're interested in, you should start with the old war. Between the XIBRUQ and the Mamuja, right? These forests have borne witness to centuries of warfare, the evidence of which remains a scar upon the earth. To know the end of that bloodshed is to know XIBRUQ PIBIL. Huh? What does XIBRUQ have to do with bloodshed? Precisely the question we must answer. Vexing though such a detour may seem, I can think of no other way to approach this feat. In that case, you may wish to visit the site of the settlement ruined by the war, the village of Ion Asso. It lies a short distance to the east. Okay. The village of Ion Asso. Understood. Thank you for your help. Come, let's go and see this place. Give me one moment. Man. Today, I'm gonna date the VOD real quick. I wanna get this. It's to the northeast, though. I'm gonna go get it. Today, Sparking Zero released, and my friends are playing it. And I considered wanting it. And the reason I considered, and I only considered it, and didn't buy it, was because I don't have the time to play it. I wouldn't stream it. It's not really... I don't really want to stream a Dragon Ball game. It's not really going to be... It'd be more a game that I just sit down and enjoy, and I don't really have time for that. So I'm not. Well, it seems like I went the right direction. But yeah. I want to play it. I want to own it, too. It's a cool continuation to the Budokai Tenkaichi series. It looks very good. It's got super characters. It's just generally pretty cool. But I can't justify getting it right now. Time-wise. Not even monetarily. Just time. Monetarily as well. But that's a different issue. Anyways. The reason I had to stop there for a second was because I saw Discord messages and I was being atted about how it was released and about how I was missing out. But you know what? They miss out on Final Fantasy XIV. Though they would never play it. It's too long. How many months has it taken me? I don't remember. It was kind of a genuine question. You know, I'm gonna have to look that up. How long has it taken me to get to this point? Also, the music in this area is pretty cool. Where am I going? Going this way. I see. We're above everything. You gotta go down. The village of Ion-Asso must be further east. Let's continue with haste. For all we know, our competitors may be on our heels. Here's our next one. That's to the south. That's not going to be in our way. Oh, that's a hole. I wonder if that lets you get down. Might. That would be interesting. If a random hole in the ground let you go to the lower part of this map. That'd be pretty cool, actually. Oh, there's one to the east now. Well, that's the direction we're headed. I like this music. This is seemingly the Raktika of the source, kinda. At least naming convention-wise, and the fact that there's a Hrothgar here as like their native area. So this is the village of Ionaso, or what's left of it. And it was a Wuk-Evu. Oh, Wuk-Evu. It was a place of light and life. My great-grandfather called it home, in fact. Wuk-Evu. I didn't know you were in Yaktel. I was picking up lumber from XIBRUQ when I heard the third promise was on our way to the site of deep historical significance. I immediately saw another opportunity to be of service, and so followed you here. Wuk-Evu is the shipwright who came to our aid during the Festival of the Reeds. During the Feat of Reeds. A pleasure. You are a member of the Third Promise's retinue, I presume? For a moment, I suppose I am. My name is Koana. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Koana. Now that's a good name. A familiar name. Where have I heard? He's gonna do it. Koana? As in the second promise of Tuliolal? You think that I addressed the Dawn servant's own son as some common retainer? Such disrespect cannot be excused. Please, take up your gun and... Oh, come on, not this again. I take no offense. Please, do not dwell on it. Alright then, I shan't dwell on it. And right on cue. At least he's consistent. I understand you wish to learn about XIBRUQ PIBIL, where I am forbidden by the XIBRUQ's rocks to divulge any information regarding its preparation. I would be happy to share of what I know of Yaktel's history. You'd appreciate that. In its most basic sense, the conflict between the XIBRUQ and the Mamulja was one of land. The Mamulja live in the lower forest, where the thick canopy obscures the sun and the soil is unforgiving to crops. This drove them to covet the upper forest, the home of the XIBRUQ, and they launched a determined campaign to seize it for themselves. Yet advantage ever favors higher ground, and the XIBRUQ forces held the upper hand against the invaders, rebuffing them time and again. But as the state of this village would attest, the tide eventually turned. What brought it about? Something you know all too well, blessed siblings. You must understand. The Mamulja were once a people as much at war with themselves as they were with others. The Hubigo, Bunewa, and Topro each sought to assert a dominance over the others, even as they engaged the XIBRUQ in battle. In an effort to strengthen bonds and discourage infighting, Hubigo and Bunewa leaders arranged a marriage between their children. However, this political measure altered the course of history in ways no one could have ever imagined. It was long believed that partners of differing clans could not have children together. Then it happened. A child arrived who shared the blood of Hubigo and Bunewa both, a two-headed Mamulja. Blessed with tremendous physical strength and magical prowess, he grew into a mighty warrior before eventually rising as the first autarch, ruler of all three clans. Such qualities would dispose anyone to leadership, character notwithstanding. Under the Autarch's rule, a newly united Mamulja became a force to be feared, and the war soon came to a head. I think it's best to see the results firsthand. Let us visit another battlefield from that time, and there I shall continue the tale. It's like right here. 82 meters north. Yep, there it is. Look at this. It's the river. Is it the start of the river? No, it's just a lake. What's it called? XIBRUQ Soli. XIBRUQ Soli. Okay. I can kind of see the battlefield. Huh. Are those? Huh. That's interesting. Well, this area looks very destroyed.
This is where most battles were fought between the Shabral and Mamulja, the Shobrit Cinderfield. A field of cinders, indeed. How fierce their clashes must have been. The war over these lands began after the Yokui's departure some 500 years ago. And for 4 centuries thereafter, the two enemies repaid violence with violence, a constant stream of minor skirmishes punctuated by massive slaughter. Until Father ended their endless conflict 80 years ago.
Oh.
Accompanied by a retinue of only 6, the Dawn Servant opposed both armies and brought the fighting to a standstill.
First they sealed Valley Armanda at full strength, and now this.
It was during this armistice that both sides gathered for negotiations at the Dawn Servant's behest.
Somebody was watching.
For too long, you have been bound by your ancestors' violent legacy. It is past time you broke free of it.
Tell that to the Scale Scum! We fight to protect what is rightfully ours! If not for their greed, we'd be living in peace!
Buff your tails and scurry off, then! Cowards like you ill deserve the bounty of this forest. Even should one of you succeed in vanquishing the other, your triumph will last only until a new invader arrives. Tell me, do you know of the vast continent that lies far to the east, where numerous nations vie for dominance? You do not. And why should you? Affairs beyond the salt we have no intention to cross are of no consequence to us. Not until those affairs come to Tural, like our
Ram.
honored visitor here.
Wait, it couldn't have been Ketan Ram. That must be...
He's from across the ocean.
Who are you?
I've been to the ocean before, and it's nothing but water farther than the eye can see. What sort of vessel could possibly reach its end?
That such technology exists is indisputable, as is foreign powers' awareness of Tural. If any such country were to develop a taste for Turali soil and bring to bear the might of innovations we can only imagine, what do you suppose happens then? You do not know the warlords of the East, but you know that if they came, they would not settle for a single forest. By joining hands, we might create a unified front, an alliance capable of repelling them or any other foe. There is no greater proof of these than my companions and I. Alone we are weak, but together we triumphed over Valigarmanda.
What? You defeated the Sky Ruin? I'd take you for a liar if the sting of our own defeat wasn't still fresh.
Their coordination was indeed impressive. How the Pelu stymied our efforts to cripple the Yokui's legs and defend our ballistas. And when we withdrew to strike again from a distance, the Hanu called the winds to make our arrows miss their marks. In seeking to exploit their weaknesses, we only subjected ourselves to their strengths.
Those strengths are born of cooperation. The guiding principle of the nation we envision.
But our feud has lasted for centuries. How do you expect us to join hands now?
Ha ha! Give us an evening to convince you.
So who was there? Also, that couldn't have been Ketan Ram, because Ketan
And
Ram
so
came
began that
forever
legendary
ago.
banquet. One would not expect sworn enemies to abruptly drink to each other's health, and, indeed, a tense silence hung over the venue. But then, the Dawn servant called for the exchange of traditional cuisine. So it was that the Mamulja partook of spiced meat, and the Xibruq steamed najul. Before long, delight manifested upon the faces of those present, each side impressed by the other's dish. Seeing this, the Dawn servant laughed and declared once more. Their flavors, he said, would be even better combined, and he proceeded to help them prepare the new creation.
That's XIBRUQ PIBIL, I'd wager.
It is a marriage of Xibruq and Mamulja cultures, and proof of their newfound cooperation. The Dawn servant had asked for a single evening, but the feasting is said to have lasted 3 days and 3 nights. So delicious was their repast. In the end, a peace accord was reached, and the Dawn Servant's words at that time still illuminate our way forward.
Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
Sorry. It's just to think that he ended an age-old conflict with food. It's all so absurd. It's somehow so very papa, I couldn't help but laugh.
Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
Now then, I trust you understand the significance of XIBRUQ PIBIL and the history it has written.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing the story with us. What's wrong?
There was somebody here.
Someone was there, you say?
Perhaps our competition is cooking up some scheme or another.
I don't know.
Something bitter and half-baked, no doubt.
Papa really did live up to his words. He traveled the land and learned about our people's myriad cultures. And we're doing the same now. New pants. Mystery. Book XIBRUQ has given us valuable insights into the origins of XIBRUQ PIBIL. However, we are still no closer to procuring the necessary Najul leaves. Unless... Tell me, was that historic feast commemorated in some fashion? With a monument, for instance? Indeed it was. Allow me to show you. There would be all the ingredients necessary there at the altar. That would make sense. Is that another hole? Holy cow. Holy cow. It's a hole. Here it is. No, here it is. Offered up by the two factions, these weapons symbolize their vow that they would never again raise arms against each other. Since this feat demands a journey through history, I thought it only logical that a monument like this might steer us true. Especially one at the heart of so significant a battlefield. Namachi, go. Would you help me search this area for clues? Tell me if anything catches your eye. Sure thing. Okay. Look here. This soil has recently overturned. Oh. Oh. Someone buried a box. Well, I would have been satisfied to find only a hint, but here they are. Fresh Najul leaves. Unmuruk's doing, I'd wager. There's poetry in hiding them on this battlefield, given that it was central to the war they helped end. Heh, so he planned all this from the start. Thank you again, Wokevu. We wouldn't have found these leaves without your help. It was my honor to render assistance. And, with apologies to present company, allow me to offer my encouragement as well, Third Promise. Ever since I witnessed your performance in the Feat of Reeds, I've been certain that you are the claimant most worthy of leading our nation. I'll devise solutions to the Hanu's ailing crops, but you alone sought to know their culture and revive Ihahana, even if it seemed unrelated to your tasks. In my humble opinion, no one cares more for the people of Tuliyola and what they hold dear. Should you again require the historical musings of an old shipwright, I am ever at your service. For now, I take my leave. Damn, he said that right to Kawano's face. I cannot argue with that. We have what we need. Let us return to XIBRUQ. He said something under his breath. To XIBRUQ. I think I have to adjust the volume to some things in-game. There we go. I'm glad we were successful, but the others should be back soon, I expect. I hope so. I'm famished. Up here, everybody is. How did everyone fare? We got the Najul leaves. Look, Evo came along and helped us find them. Look, Evo was here. I would have liked to say hello. Yes, he gave us an important history lesson. And that's how it went. The Galul Jaja brought an end to centuries of warfare surprises me little. But to achieve said peace through cuisine is something else entirely. Leave it to my old man to find the oddest of solutions. But how about the rest of you? Is our kitchen ready? Everything should be in order. Ryonjay and I made another tour of the village and borrowed the cooking utensils we need. With no mention of what we needed them for, of course. And I am pleased to report that we are stocked with the finest firewood this forest had on offer. Spoken like a true expert. Spoken like a true expert. Erenville and I found our brook, so we should have meat aplenty. It was a spirited creature, so much so that its hunter fell down a cenote trying to catch it. What part of never speak of this to anyone did you not understand? Ah! I picked a good portion of local herbs. with particular attention to the seeds that yield achiote. I'm told our resident astrologer divined the appropriate measurements for the seasoning as well. Aye, through further inquiry did I determine the ideal balance of spices. And all that remains is to prepare the dish itself. I presume that at least one among us is versed in the culinary arts. I can hardly proclaim profound skill, but I have cooked for myself. You can leave the rest to me. I hope, and you, I hope, I could use your adventurer's grit when it comes to skinning the XIBRUQ. Oh, my mouth is watering already. Without further delay, then? Without further delay, then. Well, here they go, making the XIBRUQ.
Oh, it smells so good.
Good, there is still time. I shall prepare our sample at once.
At first, I wasn't sure about being stuck with the one head. But better that than playing nanny to the mewling house cat.
Be quiet, Buckle Jaja. No one cares what you think.
That's funny.
Huh. Act tough all you like. Victory will be ours.
It's ready. Apologies for the wait. We submit to you our XIBRUQ PIBIL.
This looks amazing!
The dish is prepared by using the culinary techniques of the Mamulja to cook the spiced meats favored by the XIBRUQ. It is a symbol of peace between their two peoples after centuries of war.
Both the ingredients and your methods appear to have been correct. Now then.
Ooh. Let's see.
In taste, texture, and aroma, you have recreated XIBRUQ PIBIL admirably. Granted, anyone might well achieve similar results by following the recipe to the letter. But you went a step further. You sought to learn the cultural significance of the dish, about Yoctel's history of violence, and your father's role in ending it. Your willingness to take lessons from the past befits aspiring Dawn servants. And for that, I commend you. All that remains is to partake of your creation. True understanding is gained only through experience.
Now this is something I'm definitely good at.
I believe we have yet to receive our assessment. Ours is also a faithful example of XIBRUQ PIBIL, as you will no doubt agree.
How'd you guys do it?
I see.
I see.
While your effort looks the part, unlike the second and third promises dish, it lacks its defining aroma.
Preposterous! The meat was marinated and spiced before being steamed in an earthen oven. This is XIBRUQ PIBIL.
Oh? And what about the Jatika banana leaf?
It's because of you that we couldn't get any damn leaves! You can't fault us!
But the second and third promises had no such difficulty, did they? That which they needed they acquired simply by showing interest in our history and heritage.
Ugh, it's just some crusty old leaf. What difference could it make?
Your dish lacks an essential ingredient. As you have failed to demonstrate an adequate understanding of XIBRUQ PIBIL, I must deem your performance unsatisfactory. Your team will not receive keystones.
Oof.
This was stupid anyway.
Why are they using Tremble?
His ambition only grows more intense. That someone could harbor such dark thoughts towards family.
Oh gosh.
What do I care for this sham of a feat? I can always take what I need later.
Zerolja seems scary.
This is delicious! The brook is so tender it melts in your mouth, and the way the najou leaf rounds out these spices is sublime. This is the taste of harmony. Someone who only knows brute force and deception could never appreciate it.
Choke on your harmony.
Come. Finish your meal. That too is part of the feat.
You don't have to tell me twice. Ah, that was bliss.
It was palatable enough, I suppose.
What?
To you, who have successfully performed the feat of repast, I present these keystones.
Let's go.
Only 1 feet left.
Well, I should get going then. I'm glad that I wasn't paired with one of the others.
We can do better than that, surely.
Ooh.
The 6th keystone is ours. Thanks for all your help, everyone.
Let's go.
I forgot something important.
What happened?
Was there any XIBRUQ PIBIL left? I could really use another helping.
Okay, I have to take a small break. I will be back in a little bit. Forgive me. Hello. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that delay. Let's continue. That was so good. I'm already looking forward to having XIBRUQ PIBIL again. Here, Carl. Kara made more using the leftover ingredients. You'll love it. I'm thinking to buy more for the road myself. Now that the feat of repast is over, the villagers should be free to offer it to us, right? It's a decoration, but also a meal? Okay. Cool. New wares are now available from the XIBRUQ merchant and its rocks. Ah, the feet. The leg gear. The feet gear. Seeing as we now face the penultimate objective for the rite, it would be wise to travel to Mamuk and undertake the feat of brotherhood without delay. Wise, yes, but impossible. The Tilenbeck traverse, which connects the upper forest to the Jaktika heartland, is still impassable. Is there no other route? I'm afraid not. Work to clear the path is underway, though, so I'm hopeful we can resume our journey soon. Then let us each use this time as we see fit. I, for one, would like to explore the villages surrounding. If Erenville would oblige me with a tour. Very well. I have no other engagements. Then I will come with you, if only to prove that I am capable of keeping my footing. Though I shouldn't rejoice in our delay, it does afford me an opportunity to look into my grandfather's purported visit to Yaktel. Oh, that's right. Mablu did say something about a foreign mage coming through here decades back, didn't she? I'll come with you. Want to join us, Carl? Okay. Let us reconvene here at our respective diversions. As I recall, the merchant met my grandfather at the market in Yaktel some 20 years ago. Any who might reliably remember him must therefore be at least middle-aged. Let us make inquiries where we can. Boom, 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 boom. A foreign mage 20 years ago. Yes, I remember him. It's not often we get visitors from across the salt, let alone those traveling with infinites. A baby girl, as I recall. I only saw him in passing, mind. If anyone were to know more, I'd wager it'd be Hunmuruk. He was already XIBRUQ's Rex then. A baby girl? Couldn't have been. Thank you, sir. That information is very helpful. She's only 20-something. Hello again. Do you require assistance? A foreign mage passed through XIBRUQ roughly 20 years ago, possibly carrying a young child. Do you remember him? Why do you ask me this? Who is this man to you? He may have been my grandfather, and I wish to know what brought him here. Your grandfather? Not by blood, but he is family nonetheless. The foreign mage did indeed visit XIBRUQ's Master Galuf. So far as his identity is concerned, I trust you are satisfied? More than that, however, I cannot say. Why not? I simply cannot. I beg your forgiveness and understanding. Very well, I will not press. Thank you for confirming his presence here. The rest I will discover myself. Out of more general curiosity, I have another question. They say the Yokui once dwelled in these forests. Where was that exactly? General curiosity indeed. But yes, before they withdrew to Rakopacha some 5 centuries ago, the Yokui claimed Yoktel as their own. Many of their agricultural remains can be found in the lower forest, the Jatika heartlands. Then that's where they must have had their visions. Thank you. That answers much and more. I understand what it means to long for one's family, so believe me when I say that, though my position forbids me from aiding you further, I wish you nothing but success. By helping the Third Promise find the Golden City, you will surely find the answers to your questions. So how is the Golden City both like a myth to the majority of people, yet some people are just like, yeah, no, it's very real, and it has the answers you seek. Like, what? Speaking of which, I have a query of my own for you, Call. May I request a moment of your company? Okay. Go on, we'll wait for you. What's up? Thank you for obliging me. First, let us head to the cenote behind this village. Did I see practice dummies back here? No, I did not. Unfortunate. It was my intention to see you off without saying anything, but Mistress Krau's plea has softened my resolve. As the leader of our community, I am gladdened to see that the Third Promise has surrounded herself with such compassionate and trustworthy companions. Would you tell me of her journey thus far? Yeah, he's her dad. Her biological father. Is that so? It seems the rite has been a source of great learning and growth for Wuklamat. It does me well to hear that. My daughter would be about her age. Girls are rarely born amongst the XIBRUQ, so when she arrived, the village was elated. Such joy I felt when first I held her, and pain when I found her at the bottom of a cenote. 3 years old. An accident, it was said, but I knew better. She had been pushed. Though we never caught them, a suspicious figure was seen fleeing towards the Jatika heartlands, toward Mamuk. Once bitter enemies, Mamulja and Jabral have learned to live in peace. But who could doubt that intent of such reprehensible act? By targeting the child who would one day lead her people, Criminals sought to undermine the future of the XIBRUQ. I was determined not to let them succeed, and so I let the memory of my daughter die in that cenote, and gave her into the care of the one person I knew who could protect her. Dawn servant Galul Jaja. Yeah. Though she was born to lead the XIBRUQ, fate had a greater plan for Wuklumat. Only the Dawn servant and I know the truth. But I must now take you into my confidence for one reason. If the villain who attempted the murder, my daughter was indeed of Mamuk, then rancor towards the XIBRUQ still burns. I was caught off guard once. I will not suffer the same tragedy again. And so I ask you, not just the Dawn servant's elector, but as a father, to watch over the third promise. Defend her from her enemies that may be lurking in the shadow. Do this for me. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. Will you hear my question, and answer me plainly? Address me not as the ruler of Tuliolao, but a concerned father. Suffice it to say, this conversation must remain between us. Pray breathe not a word of this to anyone. Man, I had a feeling. Uh-oh, who is there? Oh no. Man. Hey, we leveled up. Nope. Wait, what? Oh. Where's the... Huh? Excuse me? This is... Really? Really? You're gonna use this part of the top to transition into the bottom being blue? I look like a bird. This looks awful. Please tell me it has 2 dye channels and that this is the bottom half. No way. Okay, but this changes both colors. Okay, that is workable. That's workable. It changes both colors. Why are they separate here? It's so weird. So weird. There's the hands. Taking a stand. Recalling the past has rendered me emotional. I require a moment to compose myself. But please, do not keep the third promise waiting. Theory time. Zeralja pushed her as a kid. I don't know what Zeralja would have against everybody, but I think Zeralja's the culprit. I wouldn't think it was Bakul Jaja, because that would be way too obvious. He's a two-headed Mamulja. And Cryo has just made note of how one could bear such hatred for someone called family, when specifically looking at Zeralja. Also, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Okay, this might be the last thing we do today, if this is the case. We'll see how long it takes. You're back! So what did Hunmuruk want? Secret. It's alright. You don't have to say. More importantly, the Tilinbeck Traverse still isn't clear yet. Something about even more rocks. Then I think I'll take the opportunity to rest. All that cooking and preparing for it has worn me out. Is somebody lying in wait? A nap does sound tempting. Who is watching them? A moment, promise. You're one of the cool judges. You're one of the cool judges. What do you want? I've come to fetch you. You're welcome to refuse, but know that it would be most unwise. And why is that? I'm sure your assaulted friend has an idea. What do you think? And they say house cats don't come when called. Follow me, promise. What did they do?
What is the meaning of this? And just how far do you plan on taking us?
Oh, it's Bakul Jaja. It's his plan to steal the rest of them, I'm sure. Do we finally get to defeat him? Oh gosh. He kidnapped... Well,
Umuruk! Bakul Jaja, you snake! If you want my keystone so badly, you'll deal with me and me alone. Leave the Elector out of this.
Is that all you think he is? Foolish kitty! This man is the reason we are here. Take a good look at him. Go on, look. Surely you recognize your real father.
Don't believe us? Then ask your trusted Sellsworth. He heard it straight from the old man's mouth.
Is it true? Is Umuruk my... Your silence says it all.
Now that you understand the situation, let's see those keystones. I'll even let you fight for them. Just you and me.
how about me and you?
If that adventurer attempts to interfere,
Yeah, because you know you'd lose. Coward.
I'll kill the old man myself!
Coward.
You despicable, heartless fiend! Kinsman or no, I won't stand for you taking hostages! Come on then! You wanna fight? I'll give you a fight!
Oh, such heroic caterwauling promise. I'm shaking. Guard our hostage well. We wouldn't want to attempt any thoughts of rescue. By the by, house cat, They've been instructed to put down Papa Dearest when you lose. Hopefully he settled his affairs.
Huh?
Don't worry. I'm not losing to the likes of him. Well, what are you waiting for, you blessed bastards? It's 2 against 1. Don't tell me you're scared.
I know I didn't hear you right.
We're gonna play as Wuklamot. And then I'm just gonna stand there. Cowards don't stand a chance against Wuklamot. You should back down before you get hurt. Don't worry, the scary adventure won't try anything funny. Don't worry, the scary adventure won't try anything funny. Because I know you scared of me.
Foreign scum! Who are you to mock me?
You sure you don't want to fight me then?
I'll kill you, kill you, kill you all! Don't look away, son. I want you to watch as I tear your beloved promise to shreds!
Hey, eyes on me. The house cat, remember? I'll say it again. I'm not losing to the likes of you. I'm going to become Dawn's servant, and I will protect my people!
In this battle, you play as Wuklamot. Why is it doing this? Character select screen. Through skillful combat, Wuklamot will gain the resolve she needs to unleash powerful limit breaks. Oh. Not only do these attacks deal great damage, it will cover HP. Use them early and often to emerge victorious. Oh. Oh. Interesting. There we are. Okay, let me look at my skills here. We've got Hail of the Brucks combo. Torali Judgment, which is an AoE. Or is it not? Actually, no, it's not. These are just regular ones. Lawatena Pulse. Increase maximum HP by 20 and restores the amount increased. Break of Lawatena. Delivers a ranged attack potency, increase MT. Ruin of Ronnik. Rushes target and delivers attack potency. Okay, so that's the gap closer. And then Dawnlit Conviction. Unleashes strength befitting a Dawn Servant's legacy, delivering an attack to all enemies in a straight line for you. Absorbs a portion of damage dealt as HP, grants Roar of Conviction and Life Siphon. For 15 seconds, increase damage dealt by self and absorb a portion of damage dealt as HP. Okay, I see how it is. Cool. Oh, hey! Look, that's me over there. I'm watching. Oh, he's not that big.
Come, you mangy house cat, so I can rip you to pieces! I'll cut you to shreds!
You're mine!
My magic should be more than enough for Miss Mittens.
I'll make you eat dirt!
You're mine!
Oh. I see.
No more
I need
tricks,
help.
Bakul Chaja.
I need help.
We're settling this here and now.
Still playing the part of the brave warrior?
I need health. Uh-oh. Where's my health?
Miss Mittens is no longer abusing me, brother.
This rite has taught me so much. About my nation, my people, and myself.
What are those? A delayed explosion or something?
You're mine.
What?
Oh.
Can't keep up.
Ow.
How do you like this? Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
You're mine. You're mine. I finally understand what it means to live in peace. To greet each day in safety and happiness.
Big hits.
Irritating pest!
Why can't I just do this over and over again? Is this like...
It's time we finished her, brother. This is the end for you, kitten.
This seemingly does more potency. Oops.
You're mine. Try this.
Know your place.
You're mine. You're mine.
What's the difference here?
Try this. It's not enough to claim the title of Dawn's servant. I must carry on Papa's legacy, his love for our people.
Flea-ridden upstart! Why won't you die?
You're mine. Try this.
Fine! I'll show you the true power of the Blessed!
Oh.
I will be the next Dawn servant, and I'll protect my people's happiness to the last.
Whoa.
That's why there's no way I'll ever lose to the likes of you!
What? But that was everything I had! I can't stand it anymore! Attack!
I see, it is AoE.
This is our fight! Stay out of it! You bring shame upon us. You think we care about your stupid pride? This is for Mamuk! We cannot lose!
Oh-ho! The great Bakul Jaja needs help, I see. Send your whole army. You still won't win. I will prove that my allies are right to believe in me.
Such confidence! What changed? She wasn't like this before!
There we go. We did it. That was fun. Is that really just gonna get rid of Bakul Jaja from the story, though? Like, come on. Really? Oh, hey. Our keystone. Ooh, a piece of candy. Oh, it is like a gusher. It's like a blue gusher. Oh, I want to eat it.
I reclaim what you stole.
No. How can this be?
How could that puny house cat beat all of us?
You've caused nothing but trouble with your dirty tricks. Threatening the Hanuhanu, releasing Valyarmanda, harassing me is one thing, but you've endangered too many innocents. No more, Bakul Jaja. I will not stand for it. If you even think of tormenting my people again, you will answer to me.
No. No.
And he goes and forgets he had the way blocked.
What? That was his doing?
The only part left in the saga is the Lay of the Brotherhood in Mamuk. The plan was to force you here so we could take the rest of your keystones.
So that's what he was up to. But, should you be telling us this?
What does it matter? You've beaten us. It's over. We'll release the hostage.
That's odd. What did Bakul Jaja see? Something freaked him out, and it wasn't her.
I'm sorry. I was careless.
Are you all right? So what Bakul Jaja said about you and me...
But to single-handedly defeat Bakul Jaja, you truly are the Dawn Servant's daughter. It has been my honor to bear witness to your journey. Promise?
Promise. Yes. That's what I am. I'm Gulul Jaja's daughter, and Tuliholal's next dawn servant. Come on. Let's rejoin the others.
Sorry, give me one moment. There's some pretty bad news about a hurricane. Sorry, give me a moment. Sorry, give me one moment still. Damn. Okay, let's continue. Sorry about that. Seems we were last to return. Glad everyone back made it back safely. Thank you for having faith in me. Keeping out of the fight, even when it got dirty, couldn't have been easy for you. But Bakul Jaja won't be the last person to threaten those I care about. I wanted to prove to myself that I can stand up to such villains, even when I stand alone. Which isn't to say I won't ask for your help when I need it, of course. I know better than that now. Oh. Earlier in the Second Promises camp.
The passage to Mamuk remains blocked. For now, all we can do is try to rest and recover. Perhaps with a meal, as my sister would no doubt suggest. Shall we borrow the kitchens and prepare some XIBRUQ PIBIL?
So thou hast taken a liking to the dish. As we learn to appreciate the unfamiliar, 'tis only natural that we develop new affinities. There is no shame in this.
But there is in ignorance. I had barely considered what the people of Tuli Yolal hold dear. What hopes they harbor for the future. Our nation is built upon the bonds that Father forged during his journey across Tural. But so single-minded have I been in my advocacy of foreign innovations that I fail to understand my own people. Could someone who struggles to connect with the populace ever make a worthy Dawn servant?
To understand and connect with people is by no means easy. But there is something you can do to pave the way. Let them see you for who you really are. What makes you laugh and cry and rage. That sort of honesty is the first step towards mutual understanding and connection.
Understanding begets fellowship, as my father said.
That is true.
And yet, what you suggest does not come naturally to me.
I, too, have found it difficult to speak from the heart. In thy struggles, I see mine own, painful in their familiarity. Yet frightening though it may feel, if we are to move forward, we must indeed take that first step. Dispense with pretense, and simply be.
Do you remember when you first approached us, and we asked you why you wanted to become Dawn Servant? You said you wished to use the knowledge you acquired in Sharlayan for your country, and in doing so repay your father for the opportunities he afforded you. What won me over was not your ambition, but your motivation. So let your people know this, and in time, they'll come to support you as we do. You can't hide behind that stoicism forever.
Very well, then. I will make a greater effort to be myself. By not being my usual self so much.
Sorry, give me a moment. Ah, okay. We got our headpiece. Our arm piece, sorry. Next is the headpiece. Into the Traverse. This will probably be the last thing we do today. So, what's the state of Tillenbeck's Traverse? It's still being cleared, I'd assume. Humunruk said he would notify us as soon as work was done. Then perhaps now would be a good time to consider how we might reclaim Wiklamat's stolen keystone. Next feat will be our last, after all. Oh, I already got it back. What? When? Not to mention how. This is Bakul Jaja we're talking about. We beat him in a fight. So I taught him a lesson and took my keystone back. You bested Bakul Jaja in single combat? Bravo! What can I say? I've had good friends to encourage and cheer me on. There you are. Our excavators have contacted me with news of their success. The Tillenbeck Traverse is now safe for travel. Then we can finally make for Camp Mamuk. Come to think of it, isn't it Bakul Jaja's home? You can only hope its residents don't share his winning personality. If it is indeed the city where Ketan Ram first met the Dawn Servant, surely some civility awaits us. I would not be so certain. It is true that the Dawn Servant received Ketan Ram and Mamuk, and was instrumental in the establishment of friendly relationships between the XIBRUQ and Mamulja. But, since that time, most of the Mamulja who supported his peace have left the city in favor for abiding in the capital. What remains is a cloister of Mamuk, and whilst these traditionalists do not take up arms against us, neither do they bear great love for outsiders. Whatever they're like, the people of Mamuk are also of Tuliolal. If I'm to be Dawn's servant, it's my job to know them first of all. We'll be on our way then. I'm glad I can learn about where I came from, and eat so much XIBRUQ PIBIL besides. Thank you for everything, Hunmunruk. Till next time, take care. First, we make our way across the XIBRUQ Cinderfield, due southeast. Let's go. How you have grown indeed. Hey, that's a blue quest. I'll do that on my own time. I won't bother you guys with it. But there is one over there that is... I should pick up, because it's at least out of the way. I'll pick this one up, but I won't do it. Not right now. I'll do it later. Probably off stream. But you'll still get to hear me create a voice for it, because that's what we do here. Well, we made it. Now we just gotta collect this quest. Wherever it might be. The young XIBRUQ over here. Oh there, friend. I require someone with a stealthy trend to help me shed light on a little mystery. Interested in a bit of work? Recently, I've observed one of the older residents of XIBRUQ coming and going from the XIBRUQ Cinderfield. Quite unusual, since that place is nothing but a barren wasteland ravaged by war. Of course, I don't want to be seen prying into private matters, so I can't ask others about it. If he's up to no good, I need to know about it. Will you follow him for me? He usually makes his regular journey to the Cinderfield around this time. Once you find him, stick to his tail. But don't get too close, or else this will all be for nothing. Oh boy. I'm not sure I want to deal with that kind of a quest right now. But it's on my way, meaning I could actually do it while I'm doing this quest. Do I do it? Do I do it? Yeah, I got... Yeah, I got time. I guess I got time. We'll do it. We'll do it. I might not turn it in if I have to go all the way back there. Might not turn it in, but I'll do it. We're gonna delay saving the world. At least be efficient about it. Yeah. Yeah. It'll help me be more efficient in the long run. How it is with these aether currents. Alright. I think it's just worse because it's one of these missions and they take forever. And I'm also not very good at them. I always get spotted in the worst spot. Because they start walking for forever and then I lose them. Or they turn around, like, where there's no cover. That's just what I remember specifically for the one in Garlemald. The kid kept catching me because he kept walking around in a circle. It sucked. It was awful. Yeah. Follow him. It's like, where am I supposed to go? We're here? Probably. We'll get caught, though. Yeah. Keep moving. Oh. That's a pain. Oh, I'm stuck. Cool. Oh. Ugh. Okay. Hmm. Little wagon. So our main story quest is right here. Okay. Alright, no one saw me. I just have to wait until the goods get here. Maybe I'll be home in time for dinner. Oh, did you follow me here? Guess I wasn't as snig as I thought. But I'm not doing anything wrong, despite how this looks. I'm trading with Mamuk, all under the blessing of Hamuk. Hunmu-Ruk. We have to be secret about it, though. You see, deliver valuable foodstuffs to Mamuk. Meats and vegetables that are hard to come by in their parts of the woods. In return, we get Jetika bananas. Each party leaves their goods in carts and collects them when the other is out of sight. For a while, after hostilities ceased, trade didn't have to be so cloak and dagger. Many of the Mamulja who are willing to embrace change have left for Tuliolao, and those who remain bear old grudges. So, We chose a path of discretion. Of course, I don't blame the people of Mamuk. Even XIBRUQ. There are those who can't forgive the past. Trading like this appeases both sides, even though our dealings aren't exactly unknown to most. I take it the one who asked you to follow me was young, yes? Too young to know to overlook an old man wandering into these blasted wastes. Any road. It's time I took my goods and returned home. If you could tell the lass that you lost sight of me, I'd be grateful. She'll accept the truth more easily if she discovers it for herself. Yeah, I'm not going back there right now. The quest is done. I'll get back to it. A traverse will bring us straight into the Jaktika heartland. Remember how you insisted this forest is green? Huh? Did I read that wrong? That didn't sound like a complete sentence. I think I read that wrong. Also, I haven't done this in a little bit. Okay, it's pretty close. We're going down. I guess we have to go down in order to get into those lower levels. Cryo.
This path is quite steep, isn't it? Let us take our time and descend safely.
Okay. This area looks pretty. More south. Okay.
I spoke with one of the excavators on my way down. Apparently, Bakul Jaja cleared away the one fallen tree remaining by barreling through it. That Woklamat single-handedly defeated someone possessed of such physical might is nothing short of remarkable. Still, we ought to proceed with caution. There's no telling what his wounded pride might compel him to attempt.
Very true. But if she defeated him, he's no issue for me. I'm not gonna worry about it. This is cool. I like this. Oh, hey. Anything over here? Nope. Just an outcrop in a cave. I want to see the blue forest. Yeah. That's pretty. That's so pretty.
Alluring, isn't it? In more ways than one. Take my paring stone and hold it close to the glowing rock.
Huh? What's that gonna do?
As you hold the paring stone in the soft glow, it affixes itself to the boulder with surprising force. Paring stones are natural magnets, and that's a meteorite filled with iron. One of many remnants of ancient meteor shower. The heterogeneous aether they emit causes surrounding flora to grow unique hues, as you can see.
Oh. So it's space glow. It's a space rock creating space glow.
So these glowing boulders came plummeting down from the heavens? Oh, be merciful. There you are.
What's the matter? Oh, you're just admiring the view, like I was. Okay.
Blue. It's all blue. A far cry from the upper forest, indeed. This place is already so fascinating. I'm eager to hear what the people of Mamuk can tell us about it. Keep running. We're almost there.
Okay. Where's my ether current?
Northwest? Not be this way. Did I miss it? I'm gonna go get it. Ow. How many do I have? I've got 3. How many? Okay. Go looking for this one then. Northwest. That's this way. Be up these stairs. Northeast. In here? No? Did I miss it? North. No way. It's in the cavern somewhere where we just were. Hate being so blind, man. Man. I'm blind as a bat when it comes to these things, I swear. Time to go get it. And I fell down this cliff for no reason. I'll get the aetheryte so I can at least teleport back here. I'm not going to be wasting that much time. Aetheryte. Get. Now go back. Ugh. Remember to drink water. It's good. Okay, where did I miss this thing? In the cavern. It would have been before this section. How did I miss it? Is it not down the cave, maybe? I have to go, like, around the cave's entrance? Is that why I missed it? Because I just went straight down? Yeah. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Okay, lovely. So that means I gotta go up and out this entire thing, and it's likely up there. Ugh. So annoying. I hate it when they do this. They put one just, like, in the most... They strategically put it so that you don't see it if you're focused on wherever you're going, which then will force you to turn back unless you're constantly exploring your surroundings. And first, what reward? Literally just that. That's the worst part. The worst part is that the only reward you get for basically exploring these areas is aether currents. Because there's nothing else out here. Yep, there it is. Yeah, there's no way I would have seen that either from all the way back there. They literally did that on purpose to get you to do exactly what I just did. And that is annoying. Okay. Let's continue. I'm gonna accept this quest. This is also my first time visiting Mamuk. I have no experience interacting with the locals. But, given Hunmuzruk's parting words, I would advise a cautionary approach. Okay, let's see what this armor finally looks like when it's put all together. Stand in the light.
Huh. I liked the other set better. And because of that, we'll go back to this set. My original Dawntrail set. City of Silence. Do I do this right now? I don't have much time left today. I think I do have to end it today. Unfortunate. This is unfortunate, but I'll be ending it here today. If you want to see more of this stuff, follow here on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter, Sorcerer_Supreme_ on Twitter. You can stay notified of when I go live. I also have a YouTube channel, Sorcerer Supreme VOD, where I post all the VODs. Go ahead and check those out if you want. Stay updated of when I go live. I have a schedule here on Twitch that you can also check out, so look at that if you want to know when I'll be here. And I hope you've enjoyed. My name's been Sorcerer Supreme. This has been Final Fantasy XIV, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.